breaking news right now. We have just learned that 2 people are dead at an assisted living home in Tequesta. Chopper 5, you see, live over the scene right now. This is hovering over Clare Bridge Assisted Living Home.
Details coming into us right now as our desk and our reporters on the scene work this story, but police do tell us it's a man and a woman who have been shot and killed. News Channel 5's Alex Sands on the ground at the scene with breaking details. He joins us via phone. Alex?
Michael Shannon, as you said, this is unfolding right now here in Tequesta. To give you a sense of a scene just outside of where we are right now, adjacent to this assisted living facility, it is your typical crime scene. There are 2 layers of perimeter established, one near the entrance, one near the driveway, so no one can actually enter this rather large complex here in Tequesta. And as you said, what we know is this. We have at least the report of 2 people having been shot and killed here, a man and a woman, and there's still some confusion as to the circumstances leading up to it, especially outside of the building. Right now, as word of this begins to circulate throughout the area, we have seen several relatives of people inside this facility coming up to us wondering what's wrong, trying to get inside to see their family members, and they're not being given many answers from folks inside. Their worry is this. As you know, a lot of these patients have Alzheimer's, they have dementia. They live in a world of confusion sometimes. They aren't quite sure what's going on, so they're worried for them, trying to get to them to make sure they're okay, and beyond that, make sure that they have everything they need as they try to make sense of what happened here. But right now, it is a very active situation, changing by the moment. Like we're watching this unfold, as we said, just adjacent to the property. Once we have more information, we'll, of course, pass it on to you.
Alex, as we continue to look live at the scene, we've not seen other people coming out of the facility, and I know you're at a tough vantage point because they understandably had news crews move back, but we don't see that any people have been brought out of the facility. And by the way, Alex, information coming to us from our partners at the Palm Beach Post say that this is a husband and wife who have died at the scene, a husband and wife, both dead from gunshot wounds, according to the reports. Alex, anything else? And again, I understand your vantage point is limited, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people have poured out of there. One would suspect that police have cordoned off the particular crime scene and have kept everybody inside for their own safety.
That seems to be the case. They asked us to move back about 5 minutes ago. We were actually near that first perimeter line that was established. We are now across the area near a shopping center with a pretty clear view inside the complex over a fence. And there aren't many vehicles out here. There are probably a half dozen police vehicles, a couple of officers from the area around the building, but beyond that, little by way of activity. The sense, of course, being that whatever may have happened inside has been resolved to some degree as far as knowing what may have happened and to whom and when, and that's why we're not seeing as much of the activity outside as we've seen before in other shootings of this kind.
Alex Sands bringing us what he can from his vantage point there on the ground, and you can see Chopper 5 hovering above as well. To expand a little bit on what Alex told us from the ground there, Clare Bridge here in Tequesta, and again, Tequesta is located just shy of the Martin County line in Palm Beach County. It does provide Alzheimer's and dementia care for seniors and offers, they say, according to the company that owns Clare Bridge, they offer promises of daily moments of success. So this is the kind of work they do at this facility. Again, it's owned by Brookdale Senior Living. It's out of Tennessee. It's a Tennessee-based company, but it does own more than a dozen facilities in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast as well.
And again, we want to reiterate that our partners at the Palm Beach Post are saying this is a husband and wife who have been shot dead here. Now, the question, of course, to which we do not know the answer, one of many, is were both residents at the Clare Bridge Adult Living Facility, or was one coming inside the facility? And of course, Alex, if you're still with us as we look at a bit of the background that Shannon just talked about, it begs the question, if they were both shot, who shot them? We don't know the circumstances around that. All we can tell you at home is what we're seeing right now. And Alex, back to the point as we look at the screen in the background about them, is that we don't see what looks to be an active, frantic search scene, at least from our vantage point, and I suspect from yours. What that may tell us about whether they're looking for anyone or not, we do not know. We can only tell you at home that we're now confirming through the Palm Beach Post partners that it's a man, woman, husband, wife shot here. The circumstances surrounding that, we simply do not know. Alex, anything else you can add in that vein?
Well, to pick up on that point, when we were here closer to the property, there wasn't a big sense of urgency as we typically see in a shooting situation. One of the business managers walked out very casually and asked us to leave. Spoke to a couple of the family members that had gathered here and told them the same thing. We have nothing to tell you right now. come back a little bit later. We should have some more information for you then. Right now, I'm seeing an officer walking toward his car, walking very leisurely. He's by himself, and no indication from what we can see right now that any area beyond this immediate area of this parking lot, the driveway heading into this area, has been cordoned off. I'm seeing traffic there in the distance on A1A moving just fine, along Village Blvd moving just fine. Everyone around here is going on about their business as you would expect on a late Friday afternoon. So that said, it does appear that at least part of this has been contained to inside this facility. Of course, as the evening rolls on, we'll have much more information from police out here on the scene.
Alex Sands reporting for us from Tequesta now. Once again, this is the Clare Bridge nursing facility, or a nursing home there, assisted living facility in Tequesta, Florida. 2 people have been shot. We've been reporting, once again, the Palm Beach Post reporting that it was a husband and wife. The victims in this case. Will stay on top of this story and bring you the very latest as it comes into our newsroom.